Hello dan salam sejahtera kepada Dr. Azida selaku pensyarah untuk tugasan ini. Hari ini saya akan membentangkan tentang infografik yang telah saya hasilkan untuk tingkatan 2 Chapter 13 yang bertajuk Other Objects in Solar System. Untuk bab ini, untuk pembelajaran berbentuk infografik ini, yang memfokuskan infografik ini akan mengambil masa selama 30 minit. Dan objektif pembelajaran adalah pertama, able to share and communicate other objects in solar system. Second is to discuss the movements of meteoroids, asteroids, and comets and their effects on Earth. And third, able to generate ideas on how to reduce possibility of asteroid colliding with Earth. Okay. Melalui kandungan ini telah diambil dari DSKP dan telah disesuaikan mengikut keperluan pembelajaran dalam topik ini. Menurut melalui gambar infografik ini boleh dilihat ada beberapa planet, ada beberapa batu asing dan dengan background angkasa. Okay. Untuk planet ini melambangkan merupakan satu panduan kepada pembelajaran sebelum ini, yaitu Chapter 12, The Solar System. Jadi, infografik ini disusun juga menurut pengetahuan asas, kesinambungan kepada pengetahuan sebelum ini pada Chapter 12. Okay. Di dalam chapter ini, fokus dia adalah other objects in solar system. Other objects merangkumi meteor, asteroid, dan juga comet. Dan di dalam infografik ini, fokus dia adalah 3 benda asing ini. Okay, seperti yang terpapar. Di dalam infografik ini akan ada meteoroids, asteroids, dan comet. Di sebelah kanan infografik ini ada 3 batu asing yang kita akan belajar. Pertama adalah meteoroids. The first one is meteoroids, second one is asteroids, and third one is comet. Okay, so let us look at the characteristic. Okay, what is the meteoroid? The meteoroid is a floating piece of stone in space. Okay, it is like a random stone lah. Okay, it is a random stone, and it can fall into the Earth atmosphere. Okay, as it falls into the Earth atmosphere, we can see that it will form a fire. Okay, it will form a light. Okay, because as it enters the Earth atmosphere, it will produce a friction and air resistance. Okay, will result in the friction. Okay, and produce light. It travels so fast, but don't worry, the meteoroids are very small. It can be as small as the lid of your pencils. Okay. Another objects in solar system we can find is the asteroids. Okay, the asteroids travels around the sun in its own orbit, meaning the asteroids has its own orbit. Okay. So, will it collide with the Earth? Okay, so we will see about that later. And the third one is the comets. It is a small body made up of a mixture of ice, gas, and frozen dust. It travels around the sun in its own orbit. Okay, as you can see, the comet is actually made up of mixture of ice. Why ice? Because out here, the comet is very far from the sun. It is also very far from other planets, meaning that the temperature can be cold. However, it still travels and produces a gas and frozen dust. Does it have produces light, same as the meteoroid? We will see about that later. Okay, don't forget to scan on this one. Okay, I put a scan me here for you to scan on what will happen. Okay, what will happen? First one, when the meteors in action. We see the meteoroid is floating in space, but as it enters the Earth atmosphere, it is called meteors, and it can either land on the Earth or just traveling through the atmosphere. Okay, or sometimes because it is small, okay, it is very small, that as it travels down, it disintegrate. Okay, dia hancur. Okay, now there are several questions here, okay, for you to answer. First one is to find the difference between meteoroid, asteroid, and comets. Okay, you can look at based on this picture, based on the content, based on the notes given. Okay, find three differences. Okay, at least three differences. Second question is, what happens if comet or meteoroid or asteroid hit our Earth? Okay, can you find out what happened? Guess the three possible things to happen when either the meteoroid, the asteroid, or the comets hit the Earth. And then finally is, where can you find asteroids? Okay, based on the notes here, it travels around the sun in its own orbit, meaning that it has orbit, but where can you find it? Okay, you are given hint here. Okay, now your exercise. First, you need to compare. Okay, you look at the most bottom of the infographic. There is three: meteoroid, comet, and asteroids over there. You need to compare them. Okay, draw this mind map, and then you just list out the characteristic. Okay, then you find out what are the differences. Okay, whether the size, okay, how do they move, and do they produce light, okay, and so on. Finally, test your skills. Scan here. Okay, if you see the QR code, okay, the second one, the bottom right, you can see a QR code to scan your to test your skills. Okay, you are given 30 minutes to find the answer for the given question, okay, and to create a mind map, and then finally to test your skills in the QR code. Okay, it will lead you to quizzes. Okay, all the best everyone. Thank you. Sekianlah pembentangan infografik dari saya. Infografik ini disediakan oleh Kevin Larson P111531 untuk tugasan ini. Terima kasih, Dokter.